Okay, welcome everybody to this special interview in which I'm talking with Alan Graves after his victory over Maxi James for the WBF Intercontinental Middleweight Title on Saturday night. WBF Middleweight Champion, Alan, how does that feel?
Thanks, Steve. It's good to see you. Yeah, it feels surreal, to be honest. It's still not really sunk in. It was
I was going to say,
crazy
has
night.
it sunk in yet?
No, not at all.
No. When will it sink in? You're still on the sort of come down the high from Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm still trying to process everything. So yeah, probably might take me a couple of weeks.
Yeah, to get all in. With regards to the fight itself, Alan, obviously I was watching it at home. How did you think the fight went? I'll be honest with you, I had James winning the first couple of rounds, so I don't know how you saw it. What's your thoughts?
I mean, I've not seen the judges' scorecards. I have asked the promoter if he can get a photo of it for me.
That's
because
interesting.
I'd be interested. Because obviously it was a home crowd for me, so I don't know if that's swayed them. But ultimately they weren't needed in the end. In terms of the fight, mate, yeah, it was good fun. I enjoyed it. Not so much the entrance in the first round. I was pretty nervous. I don't know if that came across on camera or not, but I was pretty nervous.
I think the couple of commentators mentioned maybe a bit of nerves, maybe for them settling in for them first couple of rounds on the commentary.
Yeah,
you may have picked up on that.
I think it's to be expected, lots of emotions. It was my choice to big jump up in class, and then of course you're going to get nervous. I tried to focus that, tried to use that for focus. But yeah, like I said, I think it showed in the first round. I was a bit stiff. Took me a while to sort of settle into the fight. But when I was in there, it was interesting because I thought the first round was like 50-50, and then I felt like I was in control for the other rounds. But
okay,
I've literally just watched it back 30 minutes ago, and I think Maxi actually wins round 1 and 2 pretty comfortable.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough.
It's not how it felt when I was in there.
I was going to say, at least you agree with me, Alan. So my next question, have you watched the fight back? You've just answered that for me.
Yeah.
Was the body shots there part of slowing Maxi down? Was that your tactics there behind the fight?
Yeah. Like I said, I just watched it back literally half an hour ago. And I'm always going to be critical of myself. Some people say I should move my feet more, but listen, I don't have any amateur experience. I'm never going to be Lomachenko. I just plod forward and utilize my power. But yeah, in terms of the body work, I'm glad you noticed it actually, because I think because of the style of the event, there's a lot of amateur fights and stuff on the undercard. Some people windmilling and whatever. There was a lot of casual fans there and a lot of casual fans watching who would probably think, oh, Maxi's head snapped back and he fell down. That's what did the damage. But it's actually the early body work that did the damage. If I land that uppercut that I stopped him with in the first round, he probably would be able to get back up because he was still fresh.
Yeah.
The plan was to work the body, I did a lot of damage, to be honest, to his body in the first round. And yeah, like I said, I know I lost the round and I was getting tagged, but the plan worked. Body, and then wait for him to start tiring whenever that is. We figured it might be the mid rounds, but just you can feel it when you're in there. And then once that body work starts to pay dividends, then that's when you start to hunt the chin. And to be honest, the plan worked perfectly. Obviously, you do plan for it, but at the same time, when it works, it's like, oh shit, the plan worked.
Yeah, absolutely. I was noticing, obviously, Maxi weren't liking the body shots. What I saw from it, my end, anyway. Yeah, he didn't like those body shots.
One of the telltale signs is when they complain to the ref. There was like a left hook to the body. I landed him, and I tried to pass it off as if it was just a normal left hook, but really inside, I know I was putting everything I had into it. I landed, I think, 3 of those really clean in the first round, and he didn't like it at all. But listen, he landed on me. I felt his power early. It's definitely the hardest I've been hit, but I'm confident in my double guard, and I just walked through it and kept coming forward. And what's the Rocky quote? It ain't about how hard you hit; it's about how hard you can get hit. Keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward. Exactly that.
Definitely applied in this fight.
Yeah, exactly that. So it was a 4th round stoppage in the end. You watched the video back now. Did the ref make the right call in your opinion?
Well, Maxi didn't make the count. So
Yeah,
it was kind of out of the referee's hands. He couldn't get up. It was because I dropped him, I think, at the end of the third, but there wasn't enough time left to then finish him
to
off.
finish
But
it, fine.
after yeah, because one of the good things about having such terrible head movement like me is, you get to feel the power. And in that first round, I'm thinking, okay, that's what I'm working with. I don't fancy taking too many of those. But by round 3, I could physically hear him puffing,
Breathing,
and
yeah.
then and the shots just had that little bit less sting in them. And I thought, okay, that's when I was like, right, now we need to go to work.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of round 3, managed to drop him, and then it was pretty early, I think, in the 4th round when we finished it off. He had one last go, tried to come at me. I spun him around onto the ropes, and then the uppercut caught him. It was a horrible one. Snapped his head back. But yeah, it was a good fight. It was an exciting fight,
It's
and
a
I
good
enjoyed
fight.
it.
It's right. You mentioned the head movement, but you also mentioned tequila in the interview after the fight. So, what was the head movement like come Sunday morning? Was it bad or?
Well, to be honest, I mean, I think I just kind of said that in the ring,
Okay.
to appease the crowd. I didn't go out after the fight. I went for like a quiet drink with my opponent and his team. They were very gracious. We spoke through a translator. Uh, he said that, to be fair, he's been in boxing 20 years and it's the hardest he's ever been hit. And he also said that after the first round, in his head, he got like too cocky and he thought he was gonna walk through me because he couldn't miss, basically. And then obviously he ran out of steam. But yeah, he was very gracious.
Nice.
Very nice team.
Mhm.
Invited me to South America to train together as well. So
Awesome. So that's great
enjoyed it.
sportsmanship. That's what you want in boxing, isn't it? That's stories like that.
Yeah.
Go for a meal,
Yeah.
go for a drink after the fight, still be friends. You're not hating each other really. So maybe before the fight, that's okay. But after, as long as you can be friends. You mentioned your fans as well. Great reaction from the fans. What would you like to say to them?
Thank you for the support. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Ultimately, I just want to be in exciting fights. You'll never see me call out Landy Lara or someone like that who's just going to box my head off. But you will see me call out Chris Eubank Jr. and people like that because I think it'd make for an exciting fight. And win, lose or draw, I just want to entertain and create like memorable nights for people.
I was going to say, my next question, what is next for Alan Graves? And I did see you put on the tweet, Chris Eubank Jr. So that's a big shout, Alan. Obviously, he needs to get a certain kind of event out the way first. But is that realistic? Is that what you're aiming for?
Well, my promoter said he gave me a 2% chance of winning the fight on Saturday. So
that's confidence for you then.
Yeah, exactly. So anything is possible. But I mean, I'll let the promoters do their thing. Like I said, I just want to be in big, exciting fights. He probably won't be Chris Eubank Jr. next, but it'd be nice towards the end of the year to headline the O2 or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? Really, to have a dream fight like that. Yeah. So, but okay, that is pretty much it. Thank you, Alan. Congratulations again, champ, for your time. Well done on the fight. And we'll see what's next for Alan.
Cheers, Steve.
Thank you. Take care.